So just to give a quick summary of kind of the vocabulary terms you may hear throughout this chapter, alpha is your level of significance. It's used no matter what, depending on which kind of test you're doing. If you're doing your p-values, way of doing this, the first way, you're always going to use it as part of your question, is p less than or equal to alpha? If you're doing this the second way, which is using rejection regions, then you're going to be looking at using your level of significance as the area in the tail or tails of the rejection region to find your z-values. And there may be one z-value, there might be two, depending on if it's one-tailed, meaning left or right, or two-tailed. Another vocabulary word you might hear a lot is critical value, or you might hear it as plural or values. These are, for right now, the values that make up the rejection region. Okay. Whereas a test statistic is the value that we are testing to see if it falls in the rejection region. And this is usually given by for this chapter, or for this section definitely, it's found using your calculator. And the other thing that you might see is the term p-value. P-value is the area in the tail or tails formed by the test statistic and it's compared to alpha. Okay, so that's a pretty good summary of kind of the words and terms you'll hear. This is a very detailed section. As a warning, I would not blow off this section and say, oh, this sounds too complicated, because guess what? You will be doing the same thing all over again in 8.3 and in 8.4 and in Chapter 9 and in Chapter 10. This idea of hypothesis testing basically continues through the end of the course, as a warning.